Hello, jury. Welcome back to the only slightly Judgy podcast, where your local cinema podcast, where we obsess over all things fiction and media. Now, you'll notice that Sean is not, in fact, here. That is because he is busy with A-levels prep. So, as a special, non-online, physical, random, on-the-spot car recording, I have here with me Emir Rashid
Hello.
and Eitan Lu.
Hello.
Woo! Okay.
I've never actually watched one of your podcasts. I can't lie. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know. I can tell.
My fault.
I can tell that you've never seen it.
Same
But that's
theory.
fine. Today we have a very special episode where these two, specifically this guy, have a lot of trash takes. So, hey, that's what you called it, okay? That's what you called it. You called it trash takes. So, yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and start with that. But before my audience starts hating on you guys, why don't you build yourself up a bit and be like, what's your favorite thing that you've recently seen?
You wanna go?
You go first.
I haven't seen much recently.
Neither have
But
I.
I think the low key, I think the last movie I watched in the cinema was the Chainsaw Man movie. I think that was actually quite good. Like both from like an animation standpoint, but also like the music was really good. Yeah. I'll leave it there for
Emir?
Sure, okay. So, the most recent thing that I watched in cinemas was Project Hail Mary. And it may not be my favorite movie, but I did really enjoy it. You know, amazing visuals, amazing music. Sure, storyline, we use some work here and there, but I think it's great.
I agree. Alright, we're starting out great.
How about you? Yes,
Now
ma'am.
let's go on to the main reason why we have this podcast, right? Why we have this episode, right? It's because for the longest time, mainly Eitan and I have had one of the biggest disagreements we've ever had is on a specific movie known as We Live in Time. We Live in Time is, now if you don't know, We Live in Time is an A24 romance movie starring Andrew Garfield, Florence Pugh, and I think I've said this before on like a previous episode, I famously do not like this movie whatsoever. Eitan thinks it's one of the best movies ever created for some reason. I don't know. And we have a middle ground because we made Emir watch We Live in Time last night. So let's start. No. Let's
Emir
start
is
with
not
the-
Emir is not a middle ground.
No.
Because Emir is on your side.
No. Let's start with the most neutral party in this car. Emir, what did you think of We Live in Time? Give your honest thoughts behind it. Go ahead.
Okay, so the way I'm going to break down this adjudication is in two parts. The first, I want to, only slightly judgy, is I want to acknowledge that there's a difference between an objective rating and a personal rating. Like I might have personally really enjoyed the Minecraft movie, but objectively I can see it was maybe not the best. Could have used a bit of work
This
on
is
the
for
writing.
later in the podcast, yeah?
This is all going in the podcast, by the way. And so I'm gonna break down the We Live in Time into those two things. Personally, I did not really like it. I'll just be straight out. Like maybe it might be a 3 out of 10, maybe below, or sure, I guess 4 out of 10. Because I don't enjoy stories where not that much happens, you know? Like I want to see characters like working towards goals that they want, having obstacles in the way, and them not, you know, I can't swear, screwing their partner over, for example, in ways that doesn't feel really that justified, for example. Like sure, you can see some justification, we'll get more into that later. And I feel like that was quite lacking in this movie. There wasn't a lot of conflict happening, and I get that to an extent that's appealing to some audiences, which I'll factor into my objective rating later. But personally, I don't enjoy movies where it's very slow, a lot of setup where nothing really happens. So that's why I give it a 3 out of 10. Objectively, I might say you could bump it up to a 5 or a 6 out of 10 because acting was really amazing. I feel like we can all agree on this. The dialogue. Okay, the dialogue felt stilted, but it felt very real. Like it felt like things that real people would say. You know, that might be a detriment to some people, but I can see how it could be popular with certain audiences. And this was something that someone told me also. Movies where nothing happens are also quite okay because they allow you to appreciate the mundanity of life, which I guess if you buy that, this is your movie. So yeah, let's factor this into my objective rating. Very well.
Wow, that was very comprehensive. I'm
Okay,
very
wait.
surprised.
What do you think? Okay, you know The Fault in Our Stars?
Yes.
Do you like it?
I think it's okay.
What is the difference here?
The difference is I care.
Why do you not care about this one?
I don't care. I don't think there's any
She's dying of
any
cancer.
characterization
How
that
heartless
goes.
are you?
No, but the purpose of the movie is you go in and you don't expect it to be wowing.
No,
right?
30 minutes into the movie, the only thing that's in my mind is when does she die?
Yeah.
Because I think her dying will push the
Different
movie along.
audiences.
You know what I
No,
mean?
but like that's not the point. It's about the subliminal space between knowing you get cancer and dying and what you do in that time. And I think that's extremely important because it speaks towards the ways in which we live our life and how we recognize the mundane things in our life and how then these become important even if they don't seem important.
I understand the whole mundane in life thing, but like Emir said, I think movies that don't have a point, that is their point. And I
Yes.
find that incredibly frustrating.
Why?
Because they're not trying to accomplish anything.
But like, that's just life,
That's-
right?
No, but
and also,
but-
I disagree that there is no like plot point.
Do
There's
go
a
on.
lot of plot points here.
Do
There is
enlighten
the
us.
fact that she doesn't want to have kids, like a big tension between Andrew Garfield and Florence Pugh. You have her getting cancer. You have them having a child. You have her cooking competition. There are you have her getting hit by a car, right? These are all different
When
things.
does she get hit by a car?
The
At the
guy.
start of the movie. Oh, him.
Biggest fan, by the way.
Biggest fan. Watched it 4 times.
English is not my strong suit, guys. Yeah.
He got
There
hit by a
are
car.
okay. First, I want to answer this question first. Like, why are these plot points not interesting to you?
Because I don't think I care about her character. In which like I think it's because they made her so unlikable at the start.
Mm.
And then that's the reason why I just don't care about anything that's happening. Like if we're talking about empathizing, sure, I empathize with both of them. But if we're talking about caring about the character to the point where I'm actually invested in following what they are doing and how she's reacting to her cancer thing, I don't think I am able to do that because they made me not care about her from the start.
I think that's an issue from the start. Like that's not you addressing the conflict. That's you addressing not even caring about any conflict at all in the first place.
Correct.
Like, you don't care about the movie.
I
Because-
no, I
So
I
how
also
you-
think
how
because
then can you judge it?
no, I also think because the editing really damages it.
I disagree. I think the editing makes it more like spontaneous, and that's the point, right? Like, I don't think you're meant to like the character, but you're meant to just follow
There's-
the character.
But the thing is, there are movies where disconjointed editing works and some that doesn't. And for me, this is one that doesn't.
I think this is one that actually does it quite well, because, like, you go through the different stages of their life, and it's all at points at which their life comes to a conflict. And like what's the word? The way in which it's structured is made in a way that makes you feel like these are real problems that happen to real people. I think that's the beauty of it, right?
Sorry, to jump in on the previous point before it gets lost, the whole thing about you're not supposed to be liking these characters.
Yeah.
Right. Do you like Dr. House?
No.
Okay, let's assume for sake of argument that you do like him, even though he's an asshole. He's made out to be an asshole. He pays for that asshole tax because he's an intriguing character who makes, comedy, who's funny, who's
Yeah.
sarcastic and shit. Yeah, and stuff. My bad.
Yeah, yes, I agree that. I agree that there are some characters that you're not supposed to like. Obviously.
Correct.
Like, if you like those characters, I think that makes you inherently a red flag. A la, like, who are examples, huh?
Oh, okay.
Like,
okay.
who are examples are? Like, the guy from Taxi Driver, like, Marty Supreme, all these people. Like, if you
BoJack
like...
Horseman.
BoJack Horseman. If you like these people, then I think you're inherently a red flag. Like, you're not, there are some characters you're not meant to like. I get that. But insofar as you're trying to make a movie that is about the human experience and this specific something that I can acknowledge is very tragic, I don't think that kind of trope about having a main character that you don't like be put in this scenario, because it feels like they want you to be sad about it.
Okay,
But I'm just not.
First of all, I don't think she is unlikable. I don't think she's this likable. Like, not dislikable, but like, I don't think she's a character that I dislike. But for argument's sake, to be charitable, right? Let's say that she is dislikable. When she gets cancer, it's pretty likable trait. Okay, not likable trait. But that makes you care about the guy.
I literally just told you that one of my main thoughts from the beginning of the movie is when does she get cancer and die?
Yeah, but like,
Because of the lack of empathy.
that's the point, right?
But then when she got cancer, then they started going back even further, which is something I don't like. I don't like the use of flashbacks in this movie because I think it's inefficient.
But I think it's like when she gets cancer, it's that time where you question when she's going to die that makes everything else more important.
Yeah. I get that it's an urgency thing as well.
Yeah.
I get that, but I think my main problem is when it started moving slightly a bit, then they would go back, and then it felt disjointed. It felt disjointed in that way. It's that feeling of this.
But I think
there's this particular feeling of disjointedness that I don't like.
It's that feeling that makes you have that sort of urgency, right? It's like having the need to poop your pants, but you don't poop your pants yet because there's just like things you need to do in between, you know? And I think that sort of adds to the sort of like emotionality of these other scenes as well.
This analogy is crazy, bro.
But it's true, right? Like, okay, maybe not pooping your pants, but like,
But I feel like the editing like takes away some of the stakes of certain scenes. For example, like when she's giving childbirth, like that's a scene where I could have genuinely been like scared, like shit, is she screw it damn, is she going to make it? I am so sorry, Eitan, you have a lot of editing to do. Like, is she going to make it? But then I know, because from a previous flashback, or from a flash forward, whatever you want to call it, she definitely has a kid and she seems to be alive, you know? And I'm like, and even when it comes to things like the treatment, is she going to take the treatment where she completely cuts off her, what is it, ovarians? Is that what it's called? Ovaries, yeah. I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure she didn't, because later on we find out she has a kid. So that immediately loses the stakes in these scenes, because I know it's like watching a prequel. Like, oh no, is the main character, is Han Solo going to die in his prequel film? I wonder. That's why no one watched it.
okay, but like,
Fair.
I think I still disagree, right? Because
Go on.
when you know what happens afterwards, it's not about the stakes, it's about the conversations that they still have, right? Because her choosing to go on this path doesn't mean that the other path was necessarily wrong. I think like in this way specifically, it's an important conversation about female autonomy and the choices that women make. But I think even regardless of this, like the other things, like, you know, like whether she dies or not, whether she has a child or not, these are still, when you see like the things that happen in the future and then you go back and you look at how they went there, it's still important in understanding that the process that they took to get there isn't one that should be ignored, right? Like, that even though you already have the outcome set before you, is that every path was an important one. I think that's the beauty of the story, because the memories that you make and the actions that you take in every step are important parts of the human condition and things that you have to appreciate. And so that's why the mundanity comes in, right? And that's what makes mundanity within the movie just that much more beautiful.
Okay. I buy that to an extent. But I was for me it just boils down to I just wasn't convinced by it.
Yeah, and I feel like if you don't like the character, then you don't like the character, and like I cannot convince you to like
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like, I think if it's down to that, then like fundamentally you just won't enjoy the movie as
Yeah.
much. I think I have just like a lower bar towards liking characters and being attached to characters. Like, you know, I cried when We Live in Time.
I understand why you would.
Huh?
I think the movie wants you to cry every live in time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even cry at like the sad part. I cried like, okay, I cried at the ice skating scene at the end.
Yeah, that's fair.
Cracking egg scene at the end.
No, but that's how I crack my eggs now.
Okay.
Like legit.
Okay.
And ironically, it taught me the right way to crack eggs.
Is it even the right way to crack eggs? I swear it's more efficient if you just crack on the edge of a bowl.
I trust the...
No, because
Master
the
Chef.
logic is if you crack an egg on the edge of the bowl, the shell, it's more likely for the shell to
Yeah.
fall into the bowl, and that's not something you want.
Just fish the shell out. It's so much harder.
Chefs don't have time. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
They don't have time to be like. To
Honestly,
be
I guess it's
picking-
probably
I guess
unhygienic.
that's why
right?
they live in.
Yeah, as well.
Yeah.
Because it's an outer layer. So you don't want the outer layer to get mixed with the inside layer, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But also like when you crack on the table, then you have to like.
Okay.
This is a very important conversation.
This is very important. This having the important conversations, you know? Yeah,
So many points were dropped.
I know, right?
Wait, but I want to go back to a different conversation because I remember Emir saying something about the Minecraft movie,
I'm.
and I think we need to.
And
have
that's
that
where we're gonna
conversation.
end.
So
No, go
Hey,
ahead.
I stand by it.
Go ahead.
go for it, Emir.
What? No, it's very simple. I personally liked it. Like I thought the jokes were so horrible that they were good, and I enjoyed that. I can objectively say they were quite bad jokes, but I still enjoyed them nonetheless. You know, it's not
think-
that deep.
So for context, we all watched the Minecraft movie together, right? And Emir was sat next to me. Eitan and Megan were sat on the other side of Emir. And the whole time Megan and Eitan looked like they wanted to kill themselves. Well, me and Emir were laughing our hats off. Right?
You can say it as, don't worry.
And
And you didn't enjoy it?
no, I still hated it. No, because the only reason why it was funny is because of the experience of me and you there. The movie was just bad, right? But every time we were like, oh, absolute cinema. I'm like, oh my gosh, Technoblade. That's what made the movie funny. It wasn't that like
It wasn't a movie.
the
that was
jokes
actually
itself
funny.
making me laugh, you know? It's Emir laughing at the jokes which made me laugh. Because it was so dumb. Why would he laugh at these jokes, you know?
No. But honestly though, if the Minecraft movie was Jack Black just saying Minecraft things for 2 hours, I would genuinely enjoy that more.
Yeah.
I love the movie and I would agree.
Hey, what do you like about the movie? The jokes?
Yeah, the jokes generally. It's just
Toilet humor Gen Alpha
Correct.
brain rot,
Correct.
bro.
But I think the problem with the jokes is that they didn't commit to it. Because at some point they were like, we need stakes. And they add some bad guy. And they add some random people. Like, was
Yeah,
Jason
'cause-
Momoa dying? Or something?
Yeah,
I
what-
don't even
what-
remember.
what was he in the movie?
I've repressed the entire movie from my
Jason
memory.
Momoa sacrificing himself? It's just so random. Yeah, he you know when like they're on the
Yeah.
bridge, right?
The
I do
gas.
not remember
No,
anything.
they're on the bridge and the piglins are there.
Correct.
And then he's like, go without me. And then he blows up the bridge and kills all the piglins.
I don't remember this.
Damn, so you became a suicide bomber? I don't remember that part.
Yeah, like-
Hold up.
No, and then I don't remember how he turns up again.
Oh, he just suddenly came out on the flying gas. That's
Oh,
holding
yeah,
the
yeah.
platform.
I cannot
You
enjoy
do need
it.
stakes in the movie.
Okay,
no,
Wait, no. You enjoy that more than We Live in Time?
Correct. Personally, yes.
That's kind of crazy though. Not even I would say that.
That's insane.
Not even I would say that.
That's insane.
No,
But
okay.
objectively, I will rate We Live in Time higher than the Minecraft movie. It does condolences.
Okay. Here's the
Consolence.
comment I will make. If you're going to watch the Minecraft movie and expecting a good movie, then that's on you lah.
Correct.
Personally, I don't think any of us were
No.
going to watch the Minecraft movie for serious reasons.
For
We
avant-garde.
all know
Yeah.
we all knew that we were just going to just giggle and laugh, right?
Yeah.
Did you?
The problem was I can't even turn off my brain and sit back and enjoy it and just laugh at stupid things for an hour because it just wasn't enjoyable at all to any extent.
For you, yes.
Lava.
Chicken.
No, stop,
It's like a Wolver train.
stop.
Okay, it is an earworm though.
No, it's not. Stop. We're moving on. What's the next thing you guys
What's
said?
the next thing?
The next thing.
But
you
we
guys-
all don't
Channing
like
Tatum.
we all don't like Brave New World, right?
Yeah.
Captain America.
Yeah. Should we give it like a minute to talk about Brave New World?
Sure.
The CGI was bad.
Oh dear.
Stakes were low.
Oh
The
dear.
twist was obvious. The characters are unlikable. What else?
The motivations. For example, like why did he not take the super soldier serum? You know?
The DUA act. What?
Deus
How do you
Ex
pronounce
Machina.
Deus
Deus
Ex
Ex
Machina?
Machina.
Oh.
Of them just going to the secret base and then just somehow everyone dying in the secret base. I just
Huh? People
So
died in
random.
secret base.
Yeah, like, he did a.
Okay, then that's
and then they
not
all
that's not
died.
Deus Ex Machina. That's just called predictable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But like, it's like, it kind of is, right? Because that's the only
Yeah,
reason why
it
they
is.
won as well.
it is. I fundamentally think that the movie would have been actually like 10 times better if they didn't reveal Red Hulk in the trailer.
Yeah.
Because then you'll be like, oh my god, it's Red Hulk! Like that reveal
For
would
the
have been.
comic fans.
And the choreography was also bad. Like, personally,
Really?
I just don't like.
That's something I would disagree with. I think the fight choreography was good.
Yeah, especially in the secret base.
Especially the opening scene where he flies down and he beats up all those guys, right? Yeah.
I personally just don't like Falcon's like fighting style.
Right.
I think it's
That's
just
fair.
low-key
Can't say
boring.
much
Okay,
about that.
sure.
Like if you throw back to like Civil War,
Yeah.
Cap, Iron Man, Bucky,
Yeah.
just that fight is cinema, right?
Yeah.
Like Endgame, Thanos, Thor, Cap, Iron Man, cinema.
Yeah.
First Avengers, they fight the aliens. That's also cinema.
Yeah. True. True.
Okay, yeah, compared to that, yes, this one is relatively.
I think, yeah.
I think you're comparing it to S tier amazing movies, but I agree.
Yeah,
But yeah.
okay.
The
Cocaine
basis of
baby,
the
hydrogen.
argument is there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get
Okay,
it.
like, oh, also, I think this is a trash take that we didn't prepare for. But
Oh no.
I thought Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness was not bad.
It wasn't terrible.
Yeah.
No, but I actually really liked it.
No,
Personally.
my issue with Multiverse of Madness is it doesn't know whether it wants to be a Marvel movie or a Sam Raimi movie. It doesn't know which one it wants to be,
What does
and
that
it
mean?
has an identity problem for me. It cannot choose which identity it associates with, whether it's a Marvel movie with all its high octane whatever action sequences and lore and just character driven stuff, to Sam Raimi horror flick. So I don't know which one they want. Granted, both are good in isolation, and they both could be good together, but if they stuck to, if they either had to work out a balance or they had to choose one, because this amalgamation doesn't work. Whatever Multiverse of Madness was.
I thought it did though.
Nah,
thought-
I don't
Yeah.
think it didn't work for me.
I like both of the mystery parts and like the big octopus fight, whatever it was.
The big octopus fight.
There's one at the start.
Oh, what's his name?
The
Gargantuan,
octopus
something like
had a
that.
name.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something like that. I don't remember. But yeah. Yeah, Multiverse of Madness. But back on Brave New World, like the reason my issue with Brave New World is that it unnecessarily does a redo on an arc, which is Sam's whole, oh, do I deserve the Captain America shield or not? Bro, we already did that in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. That was what that's what that show was for. And then his entire thing in Brave New World was, do I really deserve the shield or not? I'm like, why are we doing this again? Like, we already dealt with this. Like, I don't understand why we need another resolution. And I don't even think the resolution was that good. I think the show's resolution was better. So,
To an
What was
extent,
his resolution? I don't need to see.
Yeah.
I don't even remember.
to an extent, you ought to credit like the showrunners thinking like not everyone's gonna watch the show, right? But to another extent, then you have to also think they still could have just done simply a different plot beat, you know?
But I also
I
think-
would fundamentally disagree
With?
because with the fact that nobody's gonna watch the show. Because this was back in a time where everybody was keeping up with Marvel television. Because that's when WandaVision came out.
But the problem is that people watch WandaVision and not Captain America Winter Soldier. These are not mutually.
I think there's a bigger overlap than you think.
I
The
disagree.
numbers disagree.
Because I only watch WandaVision. My parents only watch WandaVision. I only watch Loki. I didn't watch.
Loki was good though.
Loki is good. I think Moon Knight is good.
I also think Moon Knight is good. It falls flat at the end, but Moon Knight is good.
I just think Captain America and Winter Soldier, it just doesn't appeal to you. And I think the reason for
Falcon
it
and the
is
Winter Soldier. You mean?
Falcon and the yeah. I think the reason for it is because people watch Captain America and Winter Soldier and then they think it's the same thing.
Captain America Winter Soldier is one of the best Marvel movies.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that's true. What do we have? What
Wait,
else?
but wait, going back to Doctor Strange and Multiverse of
Yeah,
Madness
sure,
for a second.
Sure.
Sure.
I think the scene with the alternate Earths Illuminati is really, really cool.
I think it's cool if they didn't immediately kill all of them.
I think it's really cool that they immediately killed all of them.
I don't think so.
I think it was super cool.
Smartest man in the world, hello?
And then they all
You gave,
died.
us, you gave us the perfect cast for Mr. Fantastic and then you just killed him right in front of me? Okay.
Wait,
Sorry, I'm just
Oh,
salty.
but that's you. That's you.
I'm just salty,
because
I'm
you
just
like
salty.
comics. Yeah.
I'm
what
just
is
Do
it?
you read the comics?
No.
No, oh, okay. Because as a non-comic reader, I didn't really have hype for this character. I saw that, oh, those are the guys from the other DC franchise, the one with Batman in it. Like that's the extent of my knowledge. So I didn't have hype for these people.
Okay. I
But
take it back.
At the
I
very
break-
least, when I heard, oh, the smartest man alive, I expected at least some semblance of a strategy,
Explanation.
something better than something I can think of in 5 seconds. You know?
And like you're telling me I have to watch Patrick Stewart as Professor X die on screen for the 3rd time? Like, okay, bro. I think during Doomsday they're gonna kill him for the 4th time. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, bro, sure.
Hey, they have multiple multiverses with him now.
He just lives to die on screen.
Yeah.
Legit. That's it.
He's like an Uncle Ben.
No, because to be fair, I've watched. No, not I've watched. I've read like the comics, so I've like a bit of the comics. So I've less expectations than Aiden, but probably more expectations than Emir. And so
Right.
I think it was perfect for me because I don't really know what happens with them. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so cool.
Because there's one central person of that universe's Illuminati that they didn't use. And I don't know why they didn't use.
Captain America.
They didn't use superior Iron Man. This is a Tony Stark that succumbed to the extremist virus, and then therefore his armor is like fluid and stuff like that, right?
Oh, wow.
And he's evil Iron Man basically.
Yeah.
I don't understand why they couldn't do that, especially now that they're bringing Downey back for Doctor Doom.
Is this the one that they brainwashed? Like, he brainwashed the whole world into
Yes.
thinking that he can get they
Yes.
buy this thing and they become
Yes.
That's crazy.
hotter. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's true.
And then people were like, oh, you should get Tom Cruise because Tom Cruise was one of the front runners for Iron Man back in the day. But I'm like, no, if you can get Downey back, just get Downey back. I don't think that's
For like
hard
a
to
5-second cameo.
do. Sure, I think that's better than getting him back for Doom.
Speaking of which, what do we think our expectations for Secret Wars are?
I have zero
And Doomsday.
expectations.
What is Secret Wars?
I don't know how they'll do Doomsday. And what do you think I need to watch before Doomsday?
That's a whole other episode in and of itself.
Okay, let's talk about it a different time.
Yeah,
Because
I'll tell you after we.
Because I think the problem for me and a lot of people is that we're
Well,
very
the-
hyped for another Avengers movie.
Yeah, but the issue is the barrier for entry is too high.
Correct.
I agree.
Because people just don't want to watch the current one.
Yeah, that's fair. That's completely fair.
So I don't know. It's a weird place for people to be at.
It is a very weird place for people to be at.
Hmm.
Next one,
But yeah, what is our next one?
The first one.
the third one.
Oh,
The third one.
I haven't watched
Fan
it.
Force Stick was good.
What is Fan
Were you guys trolling when you sent me this, or do you
Semi-trolling.
genuinely believe Fan Stick is good?
I remember you saying you hated it, which is why I wrote it down.
I see. So it's rage bait.
But
Alright,
the
cool.
thing is, I've watched it, right?
Oh dear.
It's not unenjoyable.
I would agree. It's not unenjoyable. I think there are some parts that are enjoyable.
Mhm.
I would agree.
Mhm.
But I don't like Fantastic because I think it doesn't hold up as a Fantastic Four movie.
So that's your
Why?
Because they don't feel like the
expectations
Fantastic Four. They feel like four individual people who don't really want to work together but are forced to work together.
are. So Suicide
And
Squad.
there's yeah, but at least Suicide Squad has a family rhetoric around it.
Mm.
This Fantastic Four does not feel like a family. They feel like four co-workers that hate each other's guts.
Okay, but
Yeah.
is that just personal vendetta making you hate the movie?
No, I just think insofar as you've made a Fantastic Four movie that doesn't feel like a family, I think that's a terrible adaptation.
Could be a different kind
Okay,
of adaptation.
Because
This-
that's the core of their character.
But this is another conversation, right? Are adaptations only good if they fit?
Mm.
Sean and I already did this episode. We already
What
talked
was
about
your conclusion?
adaptations. Our conclusion was that adaptations can change things from the source material insofar as it doesn't damage the actual story, the core story,
But why?
Why?
and the core character's messaging.
But why?
Like if you like the
Because-
author,
Why
want to
should
show-
they be able to change?
Yeah, like death of the author type stuff, right?
I don't know what that is. What is that?
Basically, like you can separate the art from the author because like it's independent. In a similar way, I think the movie itself is a decent movie, but it being different from the comics shouldn't be a detriment to
Correct.
the movie's quality.
No, I agree.
Mm.
But I think insofar as you're making an adaptation, you cannot just make it thinking it's just going to be for the public appeal. if you are making an adaptation, especially for comic books, especially for comic books, the people who are comic book fans are going to watch it. Definitely. Same thing goes with books. I think, sure, there's a lower volume of people who have read the book first and then want to watch the movie. I agree that there's a lower volume of people, but those people still do exist. And that's why, as a showrunner or as a producer, you cannot make your project depending upon the public appeal.
Okay, then by this logic, is The Boys bad?
Is The Boys bad? No. Because the source material is terrible.
So you're making exceptions now.
Yeah.
No.
So
How?
I think because it having the fan force thing not be a family adds a quality to the movie that is debatably
Say that again.
important for the characters.
Right.
Okay, expound.
And so like because it gives you a new dynamic on the interactions between them, right? Like it adds to the flavor of, you know, like Johnny Storm and the Thing like fighting all the time, of how like they don't like each other and then how eventually they grudgingly work together kind of thing, right? There's that kind of different storyline rather than just them always being a family that gives it another flavor. I'm not saying this is good or bad, but I think it objectively makes the movie like
Refreshing.
yeah.
To add on to this, right? Like I think to have this mindset that they ought to follow at least the core material of the source material is something like quite limiting, because like if you just wanted an adaptation of the, let's say, the book word by word, then like you might as well read the book at that point. And
Yeah, I agree.
you having a different kind of story means now it's like the two kicks argument, like, oh, now I have two different kicks to enjoy. Or it could be like a Spider-Man movie or a book or a comic where maybe Uncle Ben doesn't die this time. Maybe he lives happily forever after with Aunt May. Like that could be something that readers might enjoy, instead of everyone thinking, oh, Uncle Ben must die and Peter Parker must suffer. Like that's not very fun to have limited stories that you can tell with amazing characters.
That is fair. I think that is fair. I think it might be a bit of like personal attachment to again the source material.
Okay.
That makes me believe that insofar as you want to make an adaptation, I think you can make changes in which the changes, number one, these are not prerequisites, but you should hit these.
Okay.
Like number one, it exemplifies the source material, as in it makes the source material better, or it makes something make more sense in general.
Sure.
But number two, you can make changes, but you shouldn't skimp on the character's core messaging. That's why in the case of Fantastic, it feels like they skimped on Marvel's first family. They skimped on the family rhetoric that's so important to the Fantastic Four's motivations, to why they do what they do, why they are still together in the first place. I think Fantastic works as the first 20 minutes of a Fantastic Four movie.
But just not a whole movie.
Yes, but not a whole movie. I understand if you want to make an introduction to a few characters and you want to do something a bit different, right? They all hate each other at the beginning and then they slowly start to work together and they find different things about each other that they like, and then they become a family. I agree. That's why I think Fantastic would make a good first 20 minutes of a Fantastic Four movie. But other than that, no, I don't agree.
I think this is a great part of the conversation. To let you know, I actually haven't watched Fantastic. I just realized.
Great.
I watched the other Fantastic Four movie.
Great.
So only Eden has watched it and we're both criticizing it.
Also, the one thing that I hate about Fantastic is Doom. I hate Doom. I don't
what
like
do you
how
say?
they did Doom.
Is Fantastic the one with Chris Evans as Johnny Storm?
No.
Oh.
That's fantastic. That's the 2000s Fantastic Four. That is actually pretty not bad. I think they're pretty good. Fantastic is the one with Michael B. Jordan as the Human Torch.
That's interesting.
And Miles Teller as Reed Richards. Whoever plays Ben and Sue is kind of irrelevant. Like they're not big names. You wouldn't know them.
I've been talking about the wrong movie. I think there's too many movies.
You know what? Our points still stand.
You know what else has too many movies? And a perfect segue into our next section.
Ooh.
Fast and Furious.
They should be more movies.
I don't have opinions about this one.
Why not? I thought
'Cause-
you...
Cause I cannot argue against like you want like action junkie movies. Like people are always gonna watch action junkie movies. There's nothing I can say about that. I don't blame people for being action junkies.
You're not gonna argue like, oh, they should be more art house like. They should.
No. No. The whole point of Fast and Furious is to not be art house like. It's the furthest thing away you can get from art house. And the fact that they embrace that makes me appreciate it. So
Surprisingly, I think something we agree on. Oh dear.
Can we pause the podcast for a quick second?
why?
Where did we leave the key?
I left it at the back of the door.
Okay.
At the back of the grill.
Because do we know if the guy that went in was actually the guy?
No. Social engineering. I mean, we didn't leave anything valuable.
We left the house.
I mean,
It might be now a random guy in some random person's house.
Oh well.
it's a safe neighborhood.
We are gone from the state anyway.
Anyways,
So
okay, continuing.
Crime aside.
and here.
Fast and Furious?
Yeah.
I actually don't have opinions on this.
I don't have opinions on this. Why did you guys write this?
I think there are too many movies, but at this point, they might as well make more.
Subclass fantasy, is it?
Yeah, you might as well make more because
And you
people
remember
enjoy
when
it.
they were releasing Fast X and they were like the last conclusion of the
No,
Fast and
it
Furious
wasn't.
franchise, and then it was like hard jokes on
was
you
not
part
last.
1. Yeah.
I think it's all family, you know.
It's all about family,
It's all about family.
Never
Dom
turn back
Dom
on
Toretto
family.
should make a Fantastic Four movie. Like
Okay, what's our next date?
oh, you said Black Snape is good. So
Okay,
Oh dear.
yeah, I think Sean and I already talked about like the Harry Potter thing in general and Black Snape in
Okay.
general, but you guys can add your things.
I think we can expand this, right? Not just Black Snape,
Mm.
but like
Lacking characters in general.
yeah, quote. No, not black
No,
characters.
not black characters in general.
But
I'm
like-
cutting this out.
I mean, making characters black in general.
there is a word for this. I don't know what, but like quota
Race
casting,
swap. Oh.
right?
DEI lah.
DEI casting, I guess, but like it's not really. There is a word for it.
Or do you mean like casting a black actor for the sake of casting a black
Yeah.
actor?
Yeah. I think there is no point
No, there isn't.
because
I feel there is.
okay,
Okay.
why?
Expound.
Representation. Stock case. No, really.
But no,
it really is that simple.
The problem is if the character itself is not one that is meant to be represented by this character, then you lose the nuance of the specific character, right? Like Snape is meant to be, from what I gathered,
Untrustworthy.
not untrustworthy per se, but like a privileged white dude.
I agree.
The fact that now he's a black dude just limits the capacity of the character and the depth of the character.
Yeah, I agree. Like casting a black Snape doesn't really add anything to the character. I mean, like obviously the actor's choices and everything like that's up to the actor. I'm not saying he's a bad actor or anything, but I think it just the only thing I think it does is it adds problems.
Yeah.
Because
Definitely.
in Sorcerer's Stone, when something goes missing and something goes stolen, Harry goes, "Oh my God, it's the black man!" Legit, actually,
Yeah. I mean
that's inherently problematic.
To add on to that example, as a book reader, there are so many other points in book 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 where
I think specifically 7 Half-Blood Prince. Because you get the whole backstory of Harry's dad bullying Snape.
Correct.
I wonder why he's bullying Snape now.
and he was hung from a tree also, by the way.
Yeah.
As a white guy, I don't know how they handle it in the books, in the movie, in the
show,
series,
in the new
yes.
show.
So
But
like,
also it's like not just Snape, right? Like
And then Snape makes a spell that inherently whips someone else.
yeah,
I'm sorry, what?
true.
You know what I mean?
True.
Sectum Sempra doesn't do that. What is that?
Does it not?
It doesn't.
I mean, it just cuts people.
it cuts you.
Multiple lacerations on your body.
Same thing.
Same difference.
Okay,
Same
sure.
difference. But it's also things like the Little Mermaid, right?
Oh,
Like
What is it?
go
Little
on.
Mermaid.
Uh-huh.
It
Go
doesn't
on.
make sense for the character to be black. Because
because it's colonial England.
no, because it's meant to be set in like Norway.
Oh, that is true. That's
It's
fair.
set in Northern Europe.
That is fair.
Why does this matter?
This matters for my Disney fandom of how like
It all connects.
of how it all connects.
Oh, you mean the Disney
my-
canon, is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
But this is a conversation for another time.
Yeah, sure.
Actually, can we have this conversation?
No, we cannot have this conversation.
We could.
No, we couldn't. We can have it after.
Okay,
That
fine.
is true.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just think like it doesn't make sense. If you want representation, just make more black shows.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Here's where I disagree with that. So, remember how I said initially that like all this representation has its merit, right? Stock case or whatever. I think the examples that have been pointed out are places where yes, you are correct to say that they diminish the original value of the character. For example, let's not make Captain America black because that diminishes his value of being like a straight white dude, speaking up for minorities. If he were also a minority, then that would change his messaging in a way that may not be productive. But we don't talk about the cases that are, what do you call it? That did work out because we just simply didn't notice. Think of like Invincible. Mark wasn't initially a Asian, is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that gave more Asian representation, and people didn't have a problem with it because it was executed well. It gave more depth to his struggles at school. For example, when he was initially bullied before he turned out to be the son of Hitler. Can I say that? Because Hitler only killed like 1 million, right?
Only killed.
7 million.
Only
Seven.
killed, by the way. Only.
Only, by the way.
If you had 20 million ovens,
No. But back on topic. I agree. Here's where it goes back to specifically about race swapping in adaptations, because I think that's something that's done quite a lot these days. I think this also relates back to my take on adaptations, is that insofar as your change doesn't change the character's core messaging, then I think it's fine.
Sure.
There are some characters whose race isn't very pertinent to their character, so sure, change their race, whatever. Like, I think Mark in the comics is never really explicitly said, but it is generally the consensus that he's a general white dude.
right?
While in the show, he is half Korean. And the Korean presence in the show is I mean, it's not a lot, it's not a game changer, but it's there in the little human places here
Correct.
and there, and that's what elevates it, right? Another example is that Steve Rogers cannot be, but on the other hand, characters that cannot be race swapped, like Steve Rogers cannot be anything but white. Steve Rogers has to be white.
Take it out of context. Sorry, go on.
Don't clip me. But yes, Steve Rogers has to be white. It's because he came from an era where like predominantly the people that they pick to be in the military are white people. But also, it's much more power to the fact that Steve Rogers is just a regular white guy. He's normal white guy, and yet he stands out for every marginalized community in
Correct.
America. And that's what gives it power. That's empowerment, in my opinion.
That's a what? Oh, empowerment.
That's an empowerment
Yeah.
metric, in my opinion.
metric. Okay,
Metric. Yeah, I think that's
that's fair.
fair. But it's just like, I think there is. So, it goes back to our fantastic conversation as well, because it's like, how far can you take things away from the original piece of work?
Yeah.
I think you should not squander it if there already is a movie on it.
What do you mean?
What do you
Is this contradictory? Like,
What?
Little Mermaid, right? There is already a Little Mermaid movie that everyone enjoys,
Uh-huh.
right?
Oh, are we talking about remakes now?
No, but like,
I think he is.
I guess, but like, it's for like race casting, right? Like, if you're quota casting from like a book, maybe it's not as bad. But if you're quota casting
From
in
a movie
remake,
that's already made.
yeah, I think that's especially bad, and that's why like people really don't like The Little Mermaid, right?
Actually, I don't like The Little Mermaid because I think it's a bad movie.
Yeah.
I think they do a lot of unnecessary stuff.
Yeah.
Like to unnecessarily stretch out the runtime for no reason.
Yeah.
That's my problem with it. I don't find a problem with that coda casting. I think what's her name? Halle Bailey. I think Halle Bailey's fine. I think she has a great
But
voice.
I think she has a great voice, but
I don't know why in some scenes she's talking though. I that I don't like.
oh yeah.
I don't know. I don't like that.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, remakes in general, bad idea. Bad idea. Unless you're making a legacy remake or a legacy sequel, then I don't know. Like
Maybe the original was just not that good.
no, like in which case you're making a legacy sequel or a legacy remake, like Top Gun Maverick,
Okay.
like in which you are making that like years down the line when people want new material of the thing that they love, then I don't see a problem with that. I think that's fine. You know? Yeah. You end it here?
Anything on that note?
Alright, on that note, that's where our episode's gonna end today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you, Eitan and Emir, for joining me on this podcast episode. Yeah, do all the normal YouTube things like, comment, subscribe. Drop your hot takes down below if you have any hot takes or trash takes like these guys do.
If you're girls, can you timestamp us?
No. We're not asking girls at the timestamp another one.
no.
I saw it and I was like, wow, it's really comprehensive.
Alright, but yeah, thank you guys so much for watching and we'll see you guys next week.